just yeah. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, we're going. We're going. All right, everyone. Welcome to tonight's game. We'll go through a quick recap. Last time, our intrepid band of adventurers, Storm Animus, was investigating some cultish activity in the city of Aeradale. The seemingly being replaced by imposters at the Weyland Estate. And you investigated the disappearance of Aaron's brother, Jormund, at the Tempest Royal Bank. And you discovered the bank had been taken over by a cult of some sort and was siphoning money from the nobility, as well as performing some sort of mind control ritual on Jormund. Many of the guard have seemingly quit their jobs as you return from that. And they left the town oddly unpoliced. You also attended a meeting propagated in the slums. The prodigal son, as they were calling him, was being heralded as a savior of the people, and gave a speech about how the nobility were being unfair and hoarding all of the wealth. It was discovered that this prodigal son, so-called, was your old adventuring companion, Theron, who has sworn some sort of contract with the devil. You then went to investigate the Weyland Estate, suspecting Aaron's father might be connected to all of this. You disguised yourselves as seafaring merchants that saved Jormund on the high seas and deceived your way into the estate. You distracted and drugged some of the guards, made your way into the basement where you had heard some loud pounding coming from beneath. Aaron quickly engaged the guard at the base of the stairs, and you made battle with the basement's occupants. You fought a bunch of one dark elf and some cultists and some guards and some strange fiendish creatures in golden masks and kind of fiendish looking armor. We ended the session after you did battle with these groups, defeating them. We ended the session as a dark elf came downstairs with Jormund Weyland under his power with a blade at his neck. And that is where we will begin tonight's session.
You forgot about the part where we, rescued the ogres.
And yes, you started undoing the shackles of some of the orcs that were being used as labor.
Not ogres. Ogres live in swamps. These are orcs.
And orcs just smell like swamps. I really don't see the difference.
Oh my! Why do I even try?
I'm just gonna put my hand on my head and be like, "Oh, we had the chance."
So as Mullock, you come around the corner and you see this. You're the first person that comes around the corner seeing Jormund with a blade at his neck. The dark elf positioned himself down the hallway from you, saying, "Halt all of your business, and your friend might come out alive."
I whisper to them, he said might. And that word just makes me really untrustful.
And if we fight them, we might win, and he might come out alive, so...
Right. And I might have just died 3 times in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Quit your bickering, come out in the open.
Aaron, have you finished undoing, though?
Has he seen... Does he only see me right now? Like what?
Like,
What from this
visually,
angle?
visually, he can see you and probably a little of Atreus.
So, I do recall that Ortok and I were undoing the locks of our new friend.
Were we able to undo all of them?
I think you guys got the 2 that were on the north side of the room.
Aaron, why don't you finish with this, with
Right,
our friend
right.
here, and we'll
Yeah,
go. We're going to surrender, and then maybe our friends here might cause a little chaos, and we can get out of here.
I love
Some
it.
of the
Okay.
some of the orcs like look at you guys and say, "What stupid voice?"
Are they saying this in Orcish?
Yeah, to Ortok.
All right, here's the deal, boys. We're going to go out here because one of our friends could potentially be killed. And then whenever you guys want, feel free to come on out. Just count to like 10 or so. Sounds like a plan.
Numbers. We'll punch him soon.
Okay, sounds good. Come on, Aaron, let's go.
And I'm gonna head outside.
Okay. Well, I need to undo his locks.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna slowly head outside with my sword on my back, my hands up.
Okay.
So I rolled a natural 13 plus my stuff. 20 for thieves' tools.
Okay. Yeah, you easily get your thieves' tools in there and unlock this last orc. And who's all walking out there?
Well, I'm already in front of him, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm already in the middle of everything.
I'm behind Atreus.
I kind
yeah.
of mumbled to myself, "This day is getting really trying." And I just kind of squeeze on the halberd thing, and the air around me starts to distort.
And he, as you guys start walking out there, he says, "Everyone, drop your weapons on the ground now."
Can I try to like shove my staff like in my belt or something, and so he doesn't see it, and just put my hands up? I'm going.
Staff's pretty big, but go ahead and do a sleight of hand check.
This is just a like tiny area, isn't it?
Okay, I got 7.
7. Yeah, it's kind of bulging out the side. It's kind of uncomfortable. He looks at you, gives you like this glare, like, really?
Is that a staff, or you're just happy to see me? I mean, I'm still kind of hiding out with you. I want to get these orcs to do what they do best.
Okay.
In fact, I'll go to the door and say to Ortok, can you get these orcs to do their orc thing?
Quickly
Okay.
now, everyone out.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna be like to the orcs.
All right, boys. There's a dark elf that really needs to die. Can you help us out?
Make punch.
All right, let's go.
And I'm gonna run out of the door yelling like they're chasing me.
Like, out of the way. They're free.
Okay, so you run out. All of you hear Ortok just yelling as he comes out of the room. What are the rest of you doing as Ortok comes running out?
We hear him say they're loose. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear him say that. Yeah.
I'm going to cast Hold Person on the Dark Elf.
Okay.
It's a Wisdom save of DC 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Nope. Seal's here.
So he, all of a sudden, you watch his body just freeze and tense up as his eyes kind of still shift back and forth.
Okay, I'm going to run up, get what dude in front of me out of his grasp.
He's frozen solid, like his grasp is not moving. His head's like clenched around his frozen arm.
I'm like, Ortok, get over here and free this bastard.
All right, I'm running.
Am I able to like slide past Atreus here?
Well, I'm gonna run out, try to get around him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually, as he was kind of coaxing you guys out, moved into this open area here.
Oh, okay.
All right. As we're like running, and I think at this point it might just be smartest. I'm just gonna like have my weapon drawn, like at
Okay.
this dark elf.
Can you just cut his hand off?
I didn't think of it.
Oh, well, I'm asking you, like, because you're just standing there holding it. I'm like, just cut his hand off and we can free him.
I mean, I could cut his hand off. It's kind of. I mean, that's a little brutal.
You guys now hear this thumping coming from down the hallway, just like make punch as these people come running down the hallway.
I told them to kill the dark elf, so maybe we should just get out of the way.
And
I'm just
come
gonna
around the
step over here.
corner, and kind of the larger one of the group. The larger one of the group comes around the corner and just runs towards the dark elf and
I'm gonna point at him.
the man that's and Jormund,
Just the dark elf, not the
and just
man.
jumps up to him and tackles them both.
Oh my god.
And the other two orcs come running into the room. They kind of like watch for a second, trying to find their place to get in there, and they both jump on top of him like a football, pile up, and just start punching the shit out of the dark elf. He's gonna get another wisdom save.
Why?
And no, he rolled a 12. What's your save?
16.
16. Okay, so they get on top of him, start punching the crap out of him. Snake punch! And they just go crazy. You see blood spurting in every direction. He's unable to move. Let's get another save. Man, he rolls so bad. I haven't rolled over a 5 yet tonight, guys.
This is suddenly an episode of Happy Tree Friends.
He's still alive as this continues. This continues for, at least the next 10 seconds or so.
Right. So to break the punching monotony, I'll side quest real quick. I'll step into the room, and I distinctly, I'm a noble and I'm all for the little guy and all that. But this man here decided to betray us.
Yeah, he's tied up on the side.
He heard them coming down and said they're over. I distinctly remember.
Yeah,
he ratted us out. So wordlessly, I will, murder him.
All right, you walk up to him, and I believe he was kind of injured. And
the house blew up.
He just looks at you with wide eyes.
Can he see me? He's wearing that helmet, that Ortok stuff.
Well, that's right. He put that helmet on him. No, he hears someone walk in there. He's like, "What is going on?"
I will, to quote my own. Let's see. I will light my sword, and to quote my own. Let's see. There it is. So I rolled for personality traits many months ago, about a year ago, which you can look them up on. What's the website?
Storm-animus.fandom.com.
Hey.
Right. I'll put those in after this episode. To quote my own personality traits, my favor, once lost, is lost forever, and I'll plunge my flaming sword into him.
All right, as he's tied up, just sitting there, like, "What's going on?" You stab him straight in the chest. He goes, "Oh!" And after a couple seconds of you releasing your blade from his chest, he falls down unconscious, kind of slumps against the wall.
Right. And then I'll turn towards the mayhem.
At this point, after
defend me, brother.
These orcs are on the ground punching this dark elf with their bare hands. The dark elf finally seems to slacken, their body released from the spell. They try and get up and out of the way, and the two orcs closest to the bottom will just try and grapple him. natural 20. And they just grapple him, and the other two just start slamming him, get their fists against him. And then the last one towards the back gets up to him, grabs the guy's head between his two hands, and just spins it and snaps his neck.
Awesome. Sweet. And then the illusion fades, and the beholder appears. No.
As soon as that dark elf collapses to the ground, the Jormund slowly stands up and says, "Sorry, brother. I needed to look around Father's study.
Did you find anything?
I got caught a little too early.
Just so did we. Yeah.
So,
like trying to block the doorway where all the corpses are.
Oh yeah, we got a little caught up. Yeah.
The orcs now turn to you again, Orkton, and says, "You done making us do thing?"
Oh yeah, I wouldn't dare ask anything else of you guys. You've done wonderful, fantastic performance. Please do whatever you want.
Are the weapons of those armored things around anywhere?
Yeah, they're still on the ground. They had, I believe they had halberds. Yeah,
right.
Halberds.
I guess I'll point to those because those are the biggest weapons in the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll point to those and go, "At your leisure, gentlemen."
We make Urkrok free first.
who?
Urkrok, he working.
Oh, well, please lead the way.
The big one kind of turns around and wanders down this hallway here.
Okay. I choose to follow. Can I sneak behind him?
Do you want to stealthily follow behind him?
Yeah, not that he won't notice me, but so that anyone will notice him before me.
Oh, sure. Go and make a stealth check.
I hope it turns out okay. Oh, that would have been 23. All right.
23, great. So you stealthily sneak behind these orcs as they kind of go down this hallway and go to turn to the right down this this hallway here. There's a door, and it's kind of packed a little bit with cotton, but it looks like some of it has been blown out a little bit. They open the door, and it leads to a long hallway that seems to slowly stop being part of the building. It's more of like an actual dugout hole. And at the end of it stands another orc who looks extremely tired. He's slumped up against the wall, shackled to kind of a metal railing that has been put into this hallway. There's a pickaxe and shovel at the end of the hallway, and kind of some loosish rock at the very end. The orcs go up to him and says, "We make free now," and goes up to one of them with the halberd that he had recently picked up and just slams it against the shackles. The other orc just awakening from a kind of a slightly unconscious stupor, going, "Ooh, we leave now, yes? What happened?" And they kind of go through a little bit of an explanation. Aaron, you're not able to understand them as they're speaking in Orcish to each other.
Right.
And they kind of turn. The one that recently got freed kind of gives you like an angry look, like, as you're right there, it's kind of hard to miss you.
I suppose, yeah. I didn't know it would just be a straight hallway. All right. Well, seeing that, I just wanted to make sure, so I'll just kind of return to the room with my comrades.
Okay. Before you leave, you notice that there's like a wooden chair at the end that he had been kind of slumped on, and on the chair is kind of this ruffled up piece of parchment.
Ooh, well, can't leave that by itself.
Okay.
So I guess I was peeking around in these, so I'll just kind of make myself known.
Okay. So you watch the orcs pass you by, and the other three kind of go make some weird noises, and the other one's suspicion kind of disappears a little bit, and they walk past you towards the stairwell.
Excellent. I give them my best princely smile and finger crossbows.
Finger crossbows. All right. Now, what you doing, Aaron?
I will, I'm so glad I have these owl's eyes, because I'm guessing there's not too much light down here.
It's kind of dark. I mean, there's like a little bit of filtered light coming through from around the corner.
Sure.
You make your way to the end and find this piece of parchment.
Yeah. What's it say?
It looks like kind of a crudely written map. And it looks vaguely like the kind of like the skeletonized outline of Aeradale. But it looks like there's a bunch of roads missing from the map. And there's no walls. No walls are depicted. It's just a bunch of like kind of road, just a bunch of different roads. But it looks to be like the main roads of Aeradale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it all just one color ink?
Yep, one color ink.
Charcoal or whatever it is. Yeah.
There is a marking where where the Weyland Estate is.
Are there any words on it?
No words at all, other than like north, south, east, west on the legend and stuff like that.
Sure. Okay.
There's also like a small protrusion coming out from the estate, as if representing the tunnel that they were digging.
Right. Okay. Is the map large enough to showcase like where? Is it like kind of the more immediate area around the estate, or is it like a much grander map of like? I'm trying to think of the area where that warehouse was that we.
It's a map of kind of like the south. I want to say the southwestern quarter of the city, where your estate is located.
Okay. Sweet. All right, I'll roll it up and bring it back to the rest.
Okay. And Aaron, as you're leaving this tunnel, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh boy. What could possibly go wrong? 12, 18.
18. So yeah. with an 18, you're walking down the hallway, and while you suspect that since you're underground, there would normally be no kind of breeze or airflow. Mm-hmm. You get a distinct sense of air movement coming through this tunnel, and
I know the direction of the air movement.
Yeah. I mean, it's straight down the tunnel, basically up the stairs, like away from the back point of the tunnel.
So this way.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Gotcha. Does it smell of anything?
It smells. Yeah, you get that like vague smell of natural gas, like you did before.
I make sure my sword is out.
It's definitely diminished from when you came down here before.
Well, when you light some of it. Science happens and things go, Sweet. Okay, I'll quicken my step away from the natural gas. Is there a door I can close?
Yeah, there's a door to that actual tunnel that's been like slightly cotton packed.
Right. I'll close that at the very least.
Okay.
And I'll say to Ortok, hold up. I'll show the map to my comrades. Ortok in particular. This one has, not Ortok's voice. This one has lots of pictures.
Oh my goodness.
It's
a map.
Right. Can you ask?
It's a circle of fifths.
This is the key. Signature. If you say, could you ask him? Could you ask this orc here that they just found? If he was close to finishing whatever task he was set upon.
Which orc? The one that was just in the tunnel.
I point to the haggard-looking one.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to the haggard-looking orc.
And at this point, the orcs are looting bodies. They're just ripping armor off of some of them and putting it on.
You know what?
Grabbing
They've earned
various weapons.
They've earned it. Called it the noble obligation.
So, Ortok, you're going to the kind of rough-looking one?
Yeah. I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna be like,
Hey, well done in there. Question for you. The tunnel that you were digging, did you finish it?
Make done soon.
Almost finished, like a few days, few weeks.
Maybe 2 nap.
2 nap.
Hmm.
Okay, that's all I need. Do you know why they had you dig the tunnel?
No.
Okay, that's fine. We're on the same page then. Continue.
Page.
Nope, it's okay.
I'm just gonna leave.
He just kind of gives you this timid little wave as he's holding one of the enormous weapons in his hands.
With a few fingers.
Yeah.
Pinky's out on my halberd.
Awesome.
They're continuing to walk around, grab some things. What are you guys doing?
Was there only the one? If we're assuming these are, I guess I'll turn to the others. But if we're assuming these are tunnels, Mitch, are there more coming from the estate?
No.
Okay, just the one.
Just the one.
Okay. Does it look like it's nearing another line?
It is.
That would be a tunnel. Okay.
It looks extremely close. Best guess, based on the legend and the scale, probably another 5 feet.
Oh, right.
So
this is big. Is it making any shape? We know the pentagram symbol. Is it making that shape at all?
No.
Okay. We can rule out the Illuminati. Check.
who?
Aaron,
wizard cult.
Looking at this map, do these other tunnels seem to be leading to any other significant buildings or anything? Or do we see it from the bank, any tunnels? Because there's that tunnel leading out of the bank. Was that on the map? Or no?
Well, the bank is on an island miles from here.
Oh,
unless you're thinking of a different. You're thinking of the one we had to escape or whatever.
Yeah, but
the bank is definitely too far away. It's outside the scale of this.
Okay.
The map.
But yeah, Mitch, are there buildings of import?
There's no marked buildings on it. It's just a bunch of connected lines. And the only reason that you really recognized it was because it really follows the road map of Aeradale.
Right. So based on that, I wouldn't really know if there are important buildings around. The other estates that I've definitely spent time at the other estates because I was kissing butts before I murdered people.
Right. No, you would know where the basic or the most important buildings would be on this map. It's just that the map doesn't seem to accentuate any specific building. It's essentially the roads that are marked on it are what would be the largest roads
Sure.
In Aeradale.
Okay. This doesn't seem to be targeting any buildings in particular, but are definitely on the main thoroughfares, which is concerning in its own right. Ortok,
Yeah.
I know we just retired your brethren. How do you feel like swinging a pickaxe for about 5 feet?
I mean, why don't we all swing some pickaxes? Huh? That could be fun. Let's take some turns. Equal work. Atreus just got the ability to hold a pickaxe. So
I don't think I can hold that yet.
you're fine.
And I'm so tired. I was just revived back from the brink of death a couple of times.
Actually, Atreus, you have quite the affinity for explosions, correct?
I can do lightning now. I don't have fireball anymore.
Fuck.
But lightning will ignite.
Also, you don't want to use fire in there. Don't use fire.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it might blow it out for us. Like blow
It also might kill us all in a horrible.
Do you want to ask the orcs real quick if they know what's behind the cotton doors? Like, know anything else down here, or they just know that tunnel?
I mean, it's worth asking.
Are they still here?
Yeah, they're still collecting some things. They're just about done though. Like some of them look like they're a little bit too burly for some of the guard armor, but they're trying to put it on anyway.
Those helmets that make excellent symbols for your needlework.
And yeah, like someone like trying to put like the belts on or whatever, or like trying to suck in their gut a little. But then they end up just kind of like ripping it off and be like, stupid humans.
So where are some doors that are packed with cotton?
I mean, they're basically everything's one there. There's the one that the orcs were in. As you guys look around, you see that this hallway continues around here. There's another door here, and another door here, another door here.
Oh my
A
god.
lot of doors.
It's a mansion.
It is a mansion.
But all of them are packed with cotton.
So, Mitch, DM.
Yeah.
When we were fighting earlier and you said I heard a voice, did I recognize it?
You heard a voice.
When you said mistake.
Oh, no, you did not recognize that.
Okay.
In fact, you definitely got the impression that it came from those weird fiendish creatures with the metallic
Mascos.
golden masks and
Okay.
Yep.
Had me worried for a hot minute. Okay. I go up to one of the orcs and I go, I just blip, and I go, "What's behind? What doors have you been behind down here? What do you know about the layout of this place?"
Just one door.
This one.
Oh, I guess 2 doors then. Yup.
Love it. Regular arithmeticians over here.
He's like, puts out his fingers, like, yeah, 2 door.
Great.
If you done, we may go now.
Excellent. Oh no, that was Bryn that had the endless booze. Okay. I was gonna try and treat them, but I have nothing that they want. Right. I'll just kind of stand up and gesture to the stairs, I guess.
Here. You make friend. He puts out his hand towards Ortok.
Well done. Thank you for helping us out of this a bit of a tight situation.
Thanks for letting make punch.
Anytime. Next time we need punch, we will find you.
Find us out in the swamps.
So you are from swamps. Okay. You know what? Never mind. Good job. Have at it.
Name.
My name is Ortok.
Ortok.
That is Aaron. And Atreus.
Oh, I only want your name.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
I like lean over to Atreus. Bit racist, aren't they?
What's his
You
name?
say something?
Do they speak common?
Yeah.
Only the big one speaks kind of very broken common.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm going to ask him what his name is, just so we know in case we run into the swamp or something.
He slams his fist into his chest and says, "Me Ugrug."
Okay.
Oh, of the Aeradale Ugrogs.
He he just kind of gives like a kind of like a power, like a little bit of a power stance as he marches his way out of this room towards the stairs and starts walking up with the rest of the orcs behind him.
Sweet. Well, what an adventure that was. And we've only just begun. Fuck.
I go up to. I keep forgetting his name.
Yormund.
Yormund. And I go, any idea where the old man is right now?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we did come here for a reason. I totally forgot about that.
I didn't get much of a chance upstairs.
Any more of these dark elflings about?
Not that I saw.
Right. Atreus, are you able to detect magical items? If our father's wearing that amulet, we could find him. No? Okay. Never mind.
I'm gonna quick cut off the dark elf's head and put it in the bag of holding.
Sure.
I don't think we're collecting any bounties on the... Oh, fine. Whatever.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna look at Warjack, be like, cut his head, but not his hand off.
He's dead now.
We have standards.
We are professional. Right. Well, shall we just get digging and see what this all leads to? Should we finish what they were starting, or should we maybe leave that alone?
Do you want to check out some of these rooms to maybe see if there's like any plans or anything more than just this map?
Yes. I suppose let's each pick a room and peek through. What's the worst that could happen?
I'll take in this
I look
one.
over and I say just boom.
That's fine. If we survived it once, we can survive it again. Probably.
I'm gonna try to open my door immediately.
All right, you open your door.
Is there one up here?
Yeah, there is.
Okay,
Yes.
I would like to do the same.
You open the doors and you find two essentially look like bedrooms. They've got these kind of rickety looking beds in them. A horrible stench of kind of rotten eggs comes out of each.
Oh, close the door. Close the door.
Oh shit.
And not much else. Malik, you're opening that door.
Uh-huh.
You open this door, and it's a bedroom. There's a chest in there, and there's a kind of a desk off to your right.
Okay.
There's a fainter smell of rotten eggs in here.
Okay.
It kind of feels like any precautions that they were taking to keep the gas out was not working very well.
Okay. I'll go up to the chest.
Okay.
I just take a look at it. What does it look like? Just a iron wood.
It's a wooden chest with some iron bands around it.
Hey, Aaron.
Oi.
I got something you might be interested in, or at least better at doing than I am.
Right out. Yeah, I'll
Gonna take a peek, see.
per request of my newfound fiendish friend.
Okay. Cool. When you check it out, it is locked. So.
Good call. Otherwise, I would have probably broken a pick for nothing. Which I've totally not done before. Sure, I'll attempt to pick said lock.
All right.
It's 6 plus 7 is a 13.
13. You go to try and unlock it and find the lock beyond your ability and are unable to open it.
Oh, this thing is magically sealed, obviously. Can I rummage through the desk? That's what I wanted to do.
Sure. You get up to the desk, start rummaging through it. And
any important papers or anything of my
I need
father's,
to
perhaps?
Make an investigation check, please.
Sure. I do read Elvish. If those, well, do they do under? I don't know the black elf, the dark elf like stuff. What? Do you know? It doesn't even matter. I'm not even going to ask what I was supposed to do because I rolled a 1. Yeah.
You rolled a 1.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't really find much down here. You find some.
You hear a click and a boom. No.
There are some kind of like unlit candles on the top of the desk, a jar of ink and a quill sticking out of it, a pile of papers on the side, and they're like fresh papers. They're not ones that have anything written on them. And you look through the drawers and find mostly dust. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. If anyone wants to double check my handiwork, feel free. I've obviously cleared the place. I'd like to open this here door. If after Atreus, we can do his mini quest.
What's Atreus doing?
This door.
Is this a door down here?
Oh yeah. So you open another.
I picture you habitually accidentally like smacking your face into the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you open the door and find another bedroom.
Okay. So Aaron didn't get that chest unlocked, right?
He did not.
While he's looking in that next room, can I just search the bodies and see if I find like a key on one of them?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Or a drawing of a key.
And then, Aaron, you open this door and find another bedroom. This one has a couple, there's like a suit of armor, like guards armor in there, as well as an additional pickaxe.
Okay. Does the guard have like a dagger or anything on him? Or the armor? I don't know.
No, it's not typical guard fare.
Sure.
Dagger. What's Atreus? What was your investigation check?
12.
12. Trying to search the bodies, and you don't find a key.
Okay. All right. Well, we've cleared this basement for better or for worse. After much ado. Should we?
Well, either we head upstairs or we blow out this whole thing. So, I mean,
So the dark elf was upstairs, Yormund. He caught you.
Why? He was
Were there
just
more?
waiting.
Were there any more?
No. In fact, I didn't even see Eric up there.
well,
Right.
I say we search the upstairs and then maybe later we can blow this hole out because it's not going to go anywhere that I know of.
Right. Worst case scenario. We're being chased by the entire house of guards. Not saying it will happen, just saying it probably will happen. Knowing what we do, perhaps we could leave a couple of these doors ajar and trick them into running down here and burning them all alive and killing them, therefore absolving them of our problem.
We could hypothetically...
Worst comes to worst, we kill everyone.
We could hypothetically open up this tunnel, and then we could run down there, escape, and blow everybody up. That would be an easy way to do it.
Right, also a thing. Then we want to make sure we have the route available to us.
Yes, so maybe we should dig it out.
We'll dig it out, then go upstairs. I'll keep watch.
Okay, where's the nearest pickaxe?
So there's a breeze coming through this tunnel. Can we see light through any spots of it, or?
It's when you look through the tunnel, there's no light coming through, but it's definitely not a solid stone wall. It's kind of rubble. When you feel the air kind of coming through the cracks of the rubble.
But is that the natural gas smells are pretty? Once you get to the end of the tunnel, I guess where the orc was digging, is it pretty strong?
It's not like the strongest, but it's definitely emanating from there.
Before we start digging, do we want to try to light it on fire and see if it explodes?
I mean, it'll probably explode.
We already did it once. I'm pretty confident we can do it again.
Right.
It seems like it's just over there, so if we could start it, we should be safe in the room, I think.
Well, all the rooms around us, like I burned the gas that was in here, but every room surrounding this one is full of it as well. Are you talking about this main chamber, right?
Oh, no, we're fine. Like, the chamber is cleared up, but this tunnel here. So, like, if I go all the way down here, I can smell the gas coming from the other side. So I was thinking if we could...
Right, or at least I told you about it, yeah.
Yeah, so if we could start a fire or something, maybe it'll blow out from the other side.
Oh, I see where you're going.
And clear it for us.
Right. Mitch, does the flame tongue enchantment, must I be holding the sword to light it?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Not going to go on that mission. Right. I mean, it's a viable plan. That's for sure. That's for certain. We could even, I could dump some oil there. We could do a small trail of oil.
Oh, I love it. I like that idea. That's always exciting. It's like a countdown.
Right. It'll be straight up Tom and Jerry.
Fireworks. What? Who?
Oh, it's this adventure novel with pictures of a cat and a mouse that are just trying to kill each other the whole time. It's really great. How do you know childhood or
ignore the? I did not. I was raised in an orphanage. Thank you for bringing that up again. I didn't.
Ortok's just gonna walk away.
Oh, fine. All right, enough of the socioeconomic disparities. Let's light this fucker.
I can shoot firebolt from the end of the tunnel.
Oh, how fun!
I thought, do you have firebolt or is it lightning bolt?
Oh, I have lightning bolt too, but I have firebolt. No, what do I have here? Yeah, firebolt.
Yeah, sure. Might as well try it.
Cold-blooded fire, after all. All right. I think that's what they call it. I don't remember. Right. Well, then I will. Yormund, please keep watch. We're gonna do some excavating.
I've got it. And he goes up to the stairwell.
Oh, does he have it? Did he grab a weapon? Does he have anything?
Yeah, he grabbed a weapon. In fact, he travels. You hear him kind of stomp like halfway up the stairs, and you hear him start putting on something. It's just kind of a clanging coming from up there.
Right. Keep it down, Yormund.
It's heavy armor, brother.
Heavy armor.
I heard that.
I love that you two are catching up again. It's so nice. If I had grown up with a brother, it would be so sweet.
One of you probably would have murdered the other.
Well, fuck you.
See, this is what it's like to have a brother.
All right, so what's the plan with this hallway, guys?
I will break some. I'll break. How much oil is in a flask? Are we talking 16 ounces? Something like.
Do you want me just to try to shoot firebolt at it, and see if it'll ignite it without the oil?
Yeah, we could perhaps do that. I'll save a flask.
Yeah, I guess I'll just stand at the end of the hallway then and shoot it and try to run down the hallway, or run away from it after I shoot.
All right. So you shoot the firebolt down the hallway and see as it gets about halfway down the hallway, the air around the firebolt literally just start igniting on fire as it cascades down the hallway into the wall. As you jump to start running out, the fire does come flying in your direction. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Is this quite a reverberating noise?
Oh, it will be.
Yeah, it's pretty silent, actually.
Okay, I got a 10.
10? Okay, so you get around the corner, still catches you a little bit in the back, and you take 2 points of fire damage.
Oh, okay. That was going to get totally wasted.
The rest of you hear this kind of fiery thud as you hear this coming, a slight explosion coming from down the hallway.
It must have worked.
Is the fire out?
Yeah, the fire evaporates almost immediately.
I'm just going to go quick lay down on the floor at the end of the hallway. Just wait for them to come out.
Sure.
You lay down.
on the floor.
We're gonna creep around the corner, and we see Atreus just laying there.
He's just laying on the ground, yeah.
No, it's the third time this has happened. Why could we never keep him alive?
I'll just get up. No, it's not.
No, I thought we were gonna have somebody else that could walk through walls again. Damn it!
Anyway, so looking down the tunnel, does it look like it cleared out at all, or?
It looks like the explosion did some damage down there. It moved some bits of rubble, but it's not like totally cleared out or anything.
Oh, okay.
Right. Well, it's a start. I guess we'll get to it.
Oh, get the pickaxes.
I'll dig around in here.
Actually, okay.
And even as you guys speak now, as the explosion is like wearing off, you hear a periodic like as a couple bits of stone slowly collapse after being, kind of jostled loose from the explosion.
Right. Excellent. So apart from a fiery death, we might get crushed. I love adventures.
All right, what are you guys doing?
Did I find a pickaxe in here or anything?
There was one in. There was one in here.
There's one,
There's
in,
one
there,
in there?
and there's
All right.
one just chilling at the end of the tunnel.
All right.
Oh, maybe not anymore.
Yeah. Let's say I grab this one here.
Okay.
I'm gonna head to the end of the tunnel and just start digging.
I can
All
grab one too and start.
Okay. You guys are helping each other out. What's everyone else doing?
I'm going up the stairs to check on Yormund.
Okay. What's
I'll pass
Aaron
them
doing?
I'll pass them the decanter of water and keep up Mora.
Okay.
The boys are doing great.
Well, it's just us over here. Just going to say, not to be suspicious or anything, but is that actually Yorman? Because remember, there was a fake you floating around too. Just that it's not another.
You do have a point. But Theron never met Yormund.
Except for that one time. Because wasn't Yeoman helping us fight him?
True. That's true.
But
You have a point. And it might not even be Theron. It might just be whoever the Nine Hills has sent this time. Oh, we are meddling in dark forces. Better left alone.
Well, just something to think about.
Right. As you guys are working, I need you.
Sure, keep going.
Ortok or Atreus. Okay, your choice. You can either both make an athletics check, or one of you can make an athletics check at advantage.
I'm pretty athletic.
I'm not.
I might just make some at advantage. So.
Okay.
19.
19. All right. You continue working for the next bit of time, and as you're working, let's go to Mullock. What are you doing as you walk up the stairs?
I'm just making sure he's still, Yorman's still there, and I'm keeping watch essentially.
Okay, so you catch Yormand
suspicious.
as he's like finally strapping on the last bit of his heavy armor. He grabs a long sword, sheathes it, and gives you a nod as he pays attention upstairs.
I go to him and I say, well, who might know your old man's current location? I just kind of lean against the halberd. I'm trying my damnedest not to be intimidating right now.
He gives you like this kind of standoffish look and just says, I don't know. I was gone for what, a couple of weeks?
Fair enough.
That's why I wanted to go upstairs.
Oh, you were looking for him?
Well, I was looking for, evidence, clues.
Right.
I'm
not there, but I'll have if you want to. Now back to you. Now back to me. When it pans back to us, I'll have something. But
okay.
Yeah.
So Ortok and Atreus, you're working diligently. It's been about 15 minutes of working, and you make good progress. Sometimes one of you has to roll bits of these large chunks of earth out of this hallway and kind of clear your way. And the sense of airflow is getting higher and higher. The area around you scorched from the explosion of fire, and you start being able to see like there's a gap in the stone where you can see into darkness, where there's no stony back to where you're digging into. You see kind of like through into some space.
Interesting.
Is that smell still strong too?
It's much lighter. It feels as though you've burned off a lot of it.
Okay, so it takes a while to build up.
Mm-hmm. So over the next half an hour or so, you're able to clear this tunnel, and you or talk with like one final smash of your axe or your pickaxe. This area kind of collapses even more, and a bunch of stone falls down. You then find yourself in just an oddly familiar place where it's just another tunnel that seems to have been dug underground, going perpendicular to your current direction, moving left and right. Slightly larger tunnel. And the smell coming from here has no natural gas smell in it at all. In fact, you look down and you see the ground here from whence you came is just a little bit porous, and that's where the smell is coming from. It's kind of seeping up from the ground, and it seems as though this tunnel has just been dug through kind of a natural gas point in the ground, but the tunnel you dug into is not.
Lovely. Well, hopefully this will disperse some of the gas so the whole mansion doesn't go up in flames.
Is this part of the mansion, Aaron? You recognize this tunnel?
Oh, not at all, no.
No.
I really only went as far as the wine cellar, you see.
And even then, most of the time people just brought it to you, right?
Oh, yeah, we do have a servant or two, yeah.
God damn it. No.
I think I'm gonna. Are we able to get through into the next tunnel at all,
Yeah.
or are we just looking?
It's like a little bit of a squeeze, but you can get through.
Does anyone else feel like we've been here before?
A tunnel's a tunnel, right?
One you seen them all.
Or if you haven't, if you're human.
Well, yeah.
Right, so we have an escape route if we need such a thing.
Bear with me. Should we explore the upstairs?
Well,
we don't know if the tunnel actually leads out anywhere, though. But we can sneak into here.
I do have, in fact, I take out my map and I'll take I don't really have any writing. Well, I guess I'll wander back all the way to this room and just use the ink and pen to quick connect the tunnel, just so I have a more complete map, and I'll keep it with me.
Sounds good.
So does this, so with that connection, do I see it's like networking farther? Like can I tell, can we escape if necessary, or will it just lead to a death?
Well, from the lines, the line that you connected to feeds into one of the larger roads.
Great. Well, I guess, can we all, I'll like motion for everyone to gather back, I guess.
All right.
We're gonna head back.
You all gather in this lit area.
This area is lit. God, just murder me. Just kill me right now. All right. All right.
The barn.
The barn. I'll put the cart in the barn. You think you're so smart. That's more of a brotherly thing to say.
There you go again with the siblings again.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Does anyone want to sleep or anything before we go?
I feel great.
Okay, let's go.
I mean, we don't have 8 hours to spend. We took a short.
Yeah, I guess if with the orcs going upstairs too, that probably brought some attention.
I was hoping it took it away from us. All right. So we have. So I hold up the map. I guess we have an escape route. We'll have to trust that these leads to, McMurphy Street or whatever it is. This leads to a main road. We have to trust that if we escape through there, we can get to the surface and escape into the crowds.
Well, even if we can just get down here too, it'll funnel them down. We can kind of attack them as they come out, or hopefully we lose them in the tunnel if we want to keep running it.
Right. Yes, strategy. I like it. Right. So I suggest that you let me go first, quite a ways. I'll scope the place out. Hopefully the orcs have either cleared the place or have at least drawn the attention of people. And we can go about our business of finding the amulet for Moloch.
Let's do this.
All right.
Right. Moloch, do you sense the amulet at all? Do you have any connection to it?
I don't think I do I, dear?
No, you...
I just know it's a thing.
Right. Well, it was before Bryn left. He told us where it is, if I recall.
Nope.
No, because he found it. He found where it is using his spider spies.
No, did someone have a vision of it?
I had a vision of it. Yeah.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
of it
Okay.
on your old man's neck.
All right. Well, I know this place. So with that, I would like to lead the party and sneak forward. If I need you, I will yell.
Is that how that works?
Generally, yes. Yeah.
I hope you don't mean by throwing oil at something is your idea of yelling.
No, that was scouting. Now I'm spying.
With explosives.
Completely different things.
All right, so Aaron, you're heading upstairs.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. You go upstairs, get up to the wine cellar. Then you
Is the chef still asleep?
you get into the kitchen and find the first thing that strikes you is a large pool of blood coming from the kitchen doorway where you had left the high guard.
Oh dear.
As the guard's face is left in this permanent state of euphoria as his head is decapitated from him. Oh, hey. Thank you.
Pupper.
Mm-hmm.
A pupper and a papa.
Bye, Pop.
It's Bear.
His head's just left decapitated, like on the ground. His eyes and face in this kind of state of euphoria that he was left in, and kind of
It creeps me out a bit, so I'll just kind of turn it away.
the chef. You can like do a quick peek into the cupboard, and he's still there, asleep.
Oh, good.
You kind of listen around, and you don't really hear anything. It seems as though the current area is empty.
Okay. I'll quick go back down and just be like, all right, follow ahead, but make sure I go into any rooms first. Or follow behind. I'm going first. Follow me. I think I caught a whiff of fire moss on my way down.
All right, Aaron. So you're going upstairs?
Yeah, I'd like to, I click the joystick and crouch into sneak mode real quick.
All right.
Is the eye open or closed?
As far as you know, it's closed.
Nobody in your party can see you. Where'd Aaron go?
That one fucking chicken. Anyway,
All right, so you're heading upstairs up the kind of large marble staircase that spirals up in the main entryway to your estates. And you find your way upstairs to where there's kind of a general living area, and it splits off to the left where you were before with all the kind of the guest quarters and various things. And then where it splits off to the right is where your old rooms were, a bunch of studies, your father's room, as well as your oldest brother's living area as well.
right. I wish to go to, I know my father's room was pretty much just where he slept. So I'd like to go to his study or his library, where he spent most of his time.
Sure. So there's probably the second largest room in that wing is your father's study, where there's a significant library and a nice fireplace, a beautiful crafted mahogany desk, and some like beautiful stained glass windows overlooking the northern part of the estate. And you walk inside. Where do you look? What are you looking for?
Let's see. Let's search his desk.
Sure. Make
But
an
I would like to-
investigation
boy.
check.
Okay. I wish I put literally any points into that. My investigations are all straight rolls, which sucks for how much like spying I do. Oh wow, a natural 19. Good for me.
Ooh.
Pat's back.
All right. You look through, and the first few minutes, you find what you would typically find in a noble's desk. You find a bunch of ledgers involving his finances.
Do they match what I like at a quick glance? I suppose. Is there like a total number anywhere that matches what I would see from the logs that the bank had?
You look, and they look very normal.
Okay.
That you were well off, but you weren't as rich as the Glynn family or the Godric family or anything like that. So you're like, yeah, these numbers line up with what I would expect.
Okay.
One thing you do notice about them, though, is that while the numbers themselves appear to be normal, the last date of entry is kind of old. It's like maybe 2 months ago, the last time it was updated. Seems a little odd because, your father was meticulous about his money and that he probably updated it a couple times a week, anytime transactions were made or things like that.
Right.
You continue looking through, finding just some like favorite books of his stashed in there. Ones about, like the super dry topics, like socio-political and economics and things like that are just,
Sure.
That he, while he was generally very good at kind of manipulating people to do what he wanted, he was also brilliant on kind of the fair side of making money as well. So he was reading through those types of books. However, with that investigation check, in his center drawer, you find a false back.
I knew it.
In here are two small leather-bound books. They're kind of latched shut with very small, like intricate key locks.
Okay.
And there is a singular letter as well.
Okay.
It has like a wax seal on it. But the wax itself doesn't have like a very specific pattern to the seal. It's just someone stamped it with like a blank circle.
Sure. Okay. All right. Okay. Are there any? So there's no keys about. Okay. Are there any chests or anything like that?
You
Are
look
there
around.
Are there any suspicious looking books on the shelf? Like one that you could perhaps pull and reveal a secret entrance? Yeah, these mansions tonight. These old mansions,
Make another investigation check.
9.
9. Looking around the room, don't really find anything else out of the ordinary. He looks to has kept his library fairly clean, and there's books from informative things to more fictional things.
How to win minions and influence the people.
Indeed. If there was a fantasy equivalent to that, he definitely has that book.
By Delius Carnegium. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Do I know? I suppose I don't know where my friends are at this point. I'm just kind of in a room searching, and they're just waiting for me. I don't know.
Yeah. Where are you
Where's everybody?
guys waiting?
In the main hall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like right by the kitchen-y, kind
Okay.
of where we were eating, I'm assuming.
Okay, sounds good. So you're waiting in the main dining hall. Aaron, you're still upstairs.
I'd like to now check my. I mean, you can decide what happens, but I'd like to try and make my way to my father's room, the second place of my father.
Okay. You come out of the of his study, and I need you all to make a perception check as you do so.
Woot woot.
Okay. Am I?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Me too. Uh-huh.
I got a 12. 12.
I got a rock.
All right.
I got a rock.
I passed a kidney stone.
Wow. All right. So that means that Aaron and Mullock outside, somewhere out the front door, on the grounds of the estate, you all of a sudden hear the clanging of weapons against armor and shield as you hear loud grunting and loud orcish voices coming from outside.
Jolly good. Am I near a window?
Yeah, I mean, well, you're in the hallway because you just left there, but there is the
That's
stained
true.
glass windows of your father's study.
Study. Right. I mean, we can assume what's happening. Can we tell who's winning from the grunts?
Um,
Do we hear any
it's-
screaming? Human screaming, perhaps.
It's hard to tell. I mean, it sounds like those orcs are working hard at whatever they're doing.
As they do.
They're hardworking folks.
They are. Great. Well, I just can I just like pick up the pace and still try to make it to my father's room?
Sure. So you start walking towards your father's room. Excuse me. And you find it to be oddly like vacant, like someone hasn't lived here in weeks. The bed is well made, a little bit of dust collected on top of it. The candles are burnt down like really far.
Is there anything that doesn't look dust covered? Anything that looks disturbed at all?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
16. You do notice that it appears to be some kind of dust disturbed areas by his beautiful wide wardrobe off in the corner.
Yeah. All right. I would like to wander towards it.
Okay. You walk up to it.
And can I like open it? I guess.
Yeah, it's unlocked. You grab the handles and it creaks open, kind of giving you those like crappy tingles on your back when something just weirds you out. And you look inside and find that he appears to have cleared out most of his good clothing. There's a couple of noblemen's suits in there, but a lot less than you remember. And
is this? I'll walk kind of around the wardrobe a bit. Is it connected to the, like? Is there a back to it?
Yeah, it's not connected to the wall. It stood off from the wall.
Okay. All right. Right. Interesting. Okay. I decide to leave and head back towards towards my friends.
Gotcha. So you head back downstairs. The rest of you continue to hear this loud ruckus coming from outside. Aaron, it gets louder for you as you come down the main stairs in the foyer. You hear the sounds of a guard definitely dying as one of them just screams out, and a roar comes from some of the orcs as they seemingly take something out. The commotion's still going on outside. You come back downstairs into the kitchens and find the rest of your friends waiting for you there.
Woo. They're doing great work. I wonder if they'll make it out of the city.
Oh, my money's on the orcs. Definitely.
Right.
There's no safety guard.
Did
you find anything important upstairs?
I found hidden in my father's desk these two books and a sealed letter that I haven't read yet because I wanted to make sure I was in a safe place. I checked his room and it's oddly unlived in, even for my father, who didn't spend too much time there, but he definitely, it seems as though he cleared out. He might not be here. As in, he might not have been here since at least Jormund has left.
Do you think that your fallen angel buddy may be impersonating him?
I got the sense that he was impersonating myself. Which, that's another thing we're going to have to deal with, is now everyone seems to know I'm alive. In some way, shape, or form. Not what I wanted at all, but it was going to happen inevitably. But we'll cross that bridge and blow it up when we come to it.
So, you want to read the letters here? Or should we go back to the inn or keep looking, or... I mean, I don't think we're really in any more danger here. I'm more worried about our orky friends.
Orky friends. Well, like you said, they're probably able to handle themselves with so little guard left in the city at the moment. That being said, it's $50 that at least two of them die on the way out.
I'm not one for wagering deer or anything, but I would take those odds in gold.
See, we bet in livestock here in Aeradale.
Guys,
but sure. A book is an Aeradalian gold, but sure, 50 of those.
Oh, okay. I get you. You nobles are so weird.
Excellent. Right. He dared to kill a king's deer.
At this point, you guys notice that the sounds outside are getting louder. It feels like more clanging is happening.
Are there any windows? Like, can I peek outside and see what's going on?
Yeah, in this great hall, there's enormous windows behind the main raised table. And as you peek outside, you look out into the large gardens that are in the front of the estate, and you see these four orcs fighting. Two of them are stuck with numerous arrows, and you see 4 or 5 dead guard bodies on the ground under their feet. As you see what appears to be a small troop of other guards approaching them. The total guards you can see right now is like 14.
Other guards like Weyland guards or city guards?
It's a mixture. There's like a couple Weyland guards.
Okay.
But then there's a lot of city guards as well.
Can I turn to Jormund and be like, Jormund, are you all right with this? Do you want to tell your men to flee?
As much as I connected with those men, I think that they chose their side.
All right, well, I got 50 gold running on them. to take down at least 2 of them. Don't tell the orc. All right.
Just pushing it, brother.
That's fair. Right. Let's go back to the basement. We'll read this letter, see what we can see.
All right.
I've just got a feeling that those tunnels are where we need to be at the moment.
Okay. You guys head back downstairs. Commotion. Ortok, as you're pulling away from the window, you see a couple of the guards swing around the orcs and start heading for the mansion.
You guys, it seems that the guards are now heading towards the mansion and just bypassing the orcs. So now might be a good time to really get the fuck out.
Sure. If you just if you go to that latch right there, you could just lock the door. It's a mansion. We have locks.
I'm gonna go lock the door.
Okay.
The guard comes up with a key.
All right, you get up to the door, and there's both a large turnstile lock, and also, if you desire to take the time, there is a large wooden bar that you can put into place behind the main doors.
I'm gonna try to put the wooden bar into place.
Okay, it takes 5-10 seconds because it's huge and you have to kind of precariously lift it up, but you do manage to put it into place, putting the bar in front of the doors. Then you guys are heading downstairs?
Yes.
Okay, so you all find your way back down the stairs, going past the wine cellar, and walking over kind of the bloodied body of the once high guard. And find yourselves downstairs in the main lit area of the basement.
Right. Okay.
Well, what do you do?
Someone make sure, just Yormund or whomever, please keep watch. Just listen at the stairs.
Oh yeah, I gotcha.
Thank you. No more surprises. Thank you very much. Okay, and I'll crack the letter. I'll crack the seal and see what I can
the
see.
seal is broken, so you know.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a seal. Either way, I'll unravel the letter or unfold it, whatever it is. And
all right. It reads, Lord Weyland, the plan is going well. Our pieces are in place and are not suspected. The people will soon bend to our will. The item we promised you will be arriving on the 16th of Kun in a caravan. Your shipment is arriving soon. Pick it up from the caravan owner wearing a red scarf in the market plaza in 2 weeks' time. Then meet us in the Undercity Temple. The power will be yours. We are sure this act of good faith will shape your choices to come, and that you think of your family when you make those choices. With our regards, the prodigal son.
Interesting. I read that out loud. First of all, what day is it today?
Today is the 21st of Kun.
Oh, so it's arrived. All right.
Means that is 2 weeks.
What day was the now Mitch, that you have established a calendar, we're gonna have to ask you some stuff. So I hope you're ready.
Yeah.
What day did we unmask Theron? What day was that gathering?
That was yesterday, the 20th.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just making notes. Right. So this item has arrived. Judging from this, we can assume Godric didn't, my father, didn't know that the prodigal son was me. but knew it was a thing of some kind. This is all very confusing. Can we assume this item that was arriving from this red-scarfed feller was the amulet?
I mean, it's a safe assumption.
Right. I didn't notice any new fountain pens or anything, so.
I think maybe we would learn more if we read through some of these books as well.
Perhaps. Can I fiddle with the locks a little bit and break the books open?
Sure, go ahead and make 2 thieves' tools checks for me.
Okay. All right. One's a natural 19 plus 7 is 26. One's a natural 15 plus 7, 22.
All right. So, with your significant skill and realizing that these are basically those really crappy locks that come on like Barnes and Noble diaries.
Right. I had 2 little sisters. I know how those worked.
You quickly open them up.
That's Matt's. Oh yeah, Eric had one of these things. He slept with his stuffed rabbit until he was 16.
You open them up, and they appear to be just that, journals.
Interesting. I'll flip to which one seems to be. Are they like simultaneous timeline, or is there just like volume 1, volume 2? Doesn't seem.
You quickly, after skimming, realize that one is very old, and early on it speaks of the joy that he had found with his new wife, and but by the end of the journal, it basically, by the end of
that volume, that one journal.
By the end of that one volume,
okay.
It basically ends with, "She's gone. She was taken from me much too soon. I have forbade Eric and Arduin from speaking her name. It hurts too much."
Okay. That one puts a lump in my throat, but I close the book and pocket that one for another day.
Okay.
Can I investigate the second one?
As you look through the second one, it basically turns into the father you knew, where he discloses, like he keeps it relatively vague, but he talks about the plots that he is taking to gain a little power here and there, clawing for certain advantages.
Okay, I'll skip to the back.
It mentions things like Aaron got close to several of the problematic noblemen. He's efficient and effective. I know he hates me, but he'll thank me someday.
How fun. So, but nothing about like. So what's the last? Is it dated? Are there dates?
Yeah, it appears he has stopped writing in it several months ago.
Okay. Okay. So can I look? I want to look back at like 1 or 2 entries, perhaps, like to scan them quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any mention of outside forces, things like that? They don't have to be like, oh, I met these red-robed blokes, Like that. But just anything that might even be a whiff of these fellers.
No, it appears very personal. He doesn't talk about any outside forces. He mostly, he not only talks about you, he kind of puts your oldest brother on a pedestal. He talks about how stupid your middle brother is from time to time. He mentions some disconcerting things about the Glynn family and how it's going to be really difficult to manipulate them or gain any power because of them. He feels very under their thumb.
Sure.
Yeah, that's about it.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, these won't help us in the present time, but I can surmise that the cult is a relatively new phenomenon in Aeradale. This journal ends a couple months ago and has nothing about that in there. This letter is from a week ago or so, and is much more our speed of what we're looking for.
So, are you familiar with this Undercity temple at all, or no?
Not at all, no.
Not at all. Great. Wonderful. Fantastic.
It was in another letter. Let's see. I like ruffle around in my pockets and whatever. I do have... Oh, Yormont. Father wrote you a letter mentioning such a thing. I
I just saw a letter on his desk.
Right. Do I have it? Trying to remember if because I have a note in here, Father's letter, and I have in quote, Undercity Temple.
Yorman kind of wanders over and says, "Oh, you got it right there," and he points at the one that you just picked up that you opened the seal on.
Oh, okay.
So he must have seen the letter you're looking at now.
Okay. Right. So not the letter to my father, but the one from...
No, basically, the timeline is, just so we get it straight, is
Yes.
Yorman must have seen this letter out before your father put it away.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Like cantrip.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Basically, just to start exploring that tunnel, it seems like the most prudent course.
Right. If my father has disappeared from the estate, leaving Eric in charge, it really means nothing to us right now. If he has left, we should assume he's gone to this temple, in which case, underground is where we must go. And I flip down the owl.
All right.
I believe it says the item was available for picked up on the 16th, which was a week ago, and he was to pick it up in 2 weeks, which, if my maths are correct, means that he needs to pick it up 1 week from today. Maybe.
Yeah.
You don't know when he got this letter.
Right. It just mentions the 16th. Doesn't it say Doesn't it say it's available for pickup on the 16th?
It says the item is arriving on the 16th.
Okay.
And he tells him to pick it up in 2 weeks' time, assuming 2 weeks from whenever he got the letter. You know.
Well, shit. Okay.
Which means he's still in town.
We're under it.
Oh, under it.
Right. I don't know if my oldest brother has any idea of this, if he's acting as a front, heading the mansion, or if he's simply doing what he does and being a, noble prick.
You guys start hearing a pounding coming from upstairs, as if someone's trying to bash the front door in.
All right, I suggest we get moving.
Off we go. Yeah, off we go.
Through the tunnel.
All right. You guys head down through the tunnel that you had recently dug, getting past kind of a little bit of a buildup of the stench of natural gas, and then find your way into the pitch black tunnel that the one you just dug connects to. It's a little bit wider, a little bit taller. I'm going to say probably 7 feet in all directions. It goes both left and right. Which direction do you go?
I have a map.
All right.
Can I go to where most of them? I want to try and go to where they most converge.
Sure.
Is it like straight up labyrinthine, or is it kind of?
It's kind of spidery, like a city's road system would be.
Okay, I want to try and go to where they're most concentrated.
Sure. So you turn off to the left and start slowly walking down this tunnel. It winds back and forth, up and down. It looks fairly recently carved, and you
Is
start
it lit
walking.
at all?
There's no lighting at all.
Okay.
Occasionally,
Can we all? Sorry, can we all? I assume those that have the ability to see can lead the rest.
Yeah. I think the only other person that doesn't have dark vision is Atreus.
Atreus, and is Yormond with us, or is he going to stay behind?
I'm going to
Basically-
pull a lamp out of my pants.
Okay. Yormond just like, oh, thank you. As he's behind all of you, he goes up to you, brother. Wow, I'm already in character. He goes up to Aaron. Says, "Oi, Aaron, I hope you don't mind, but I would like to stick with you folks. I fear that if Father was trying to get rid of me, he might have informed his people."
Oi, understandable. We need to stick together at this point, whatever happens.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you with us,
I don't know if I have said this yet, but I'm glad you're not dead.
It's good to see you again, brother.
Don't jinx it, because he will die if we're not careful.
Well, he tricked me once. Now he's got it coming.
Oi. Well, karma catches up with us all, but I'm a rogue, and I wink at my brother, and we'll keep going.
Then you guys start walking with a lit path ahead of you. You walk for a good 5 minutes or so, and towards the end, like just further into this tunnel, you see a dim, kind of whitish light coming from down the tunnel. And some weird things start happening. The tunnel is expanding a little bit, and at one point, Ortok, you like put your foot down, and instead of it being kind of the rough rock of it being, cut into the rock, you actually step on a cobblestone, like a paving. Like a road cobblestone, and they start becoming more and more prevalent on the ground, as if this is a road. And then you look off to your left, far off into the light, you see what appears to be the remnants of a building that is like petrified into the rock of the wall. There's kind of like wooden posts that would have supported the front overhang of a store or an inn. But the wood itself is covered in this blackish soot and appears to be as hard as a rock. And the door to this building is present, but if it looks as though if you were to open the door, it would just be to solid stone. The stone itself here is very black and kind of ashy, and you, as the tunnel kind of moves further off to the left, more and more of these buildings appear in the walls. The cavern itself being maybe 10 feet by 10 feet now. It appears as though these buildings are set into the wall and were just consumed by rock at some point. They were just filled with like mud or ash and have since become these skeletons of what they once were, just left down here. Don't know how they got here, but you see a lot of there's a couple like tunnels that come off of it now that appear to be tunnels that go into the alleyways between these buildings. But oddly, the buildings themselves aren't hollowed out. They're still filled with stone. Some barrels are in between, or are in the alleyways, are solid. They look like they've just been excavated around. And in one of these alleyways, one of your first signs of life down here, you look as a dark figure shifts in one of the alleyways, gets up, and you just hear a voice to say, hello?
Shoot. Is there time for me to quick don one of the red robes that I snatched?
I mean, you can... He's definitely looking at you, so...
Oh, I see. Okay. In that case, he's looking... So we are aware that he's looking right at us?
Yeah, like you crossed the alleyway and he said hello, and you guys like look over to see him, and
Sure.
He's looking out towards you guys.
Okay, I will grab the... I will say nothing.
Okay.
I just want to grab the pentagram from my pocket that I snatched off of one of the cultists many, while ago, and I'll just kind of hold it up and like keep walking.
Okay. You continue down the tunnel, like
Yes.
essentially just ignoring him, or
I mean, hold it up, show him the pentagram, and ignore him as if I'm too important for you.
You continue. He walks up. You see him like peek his head out of the alleyway, and as his body gets into the light of Ortok's lamp, you see a stout form, pretty short, well built, with a long white beard, kind of grayish white skin, very dwarvish looking. He's wearing kind of a cape that's probably too long for him. It's kind of dragging on the ground a good foot or so.
Nice.
And he carries a very fancy looking bottle in his right hand. He takes a little swig from it. He says, "So, hey, are you people new here?"
Hold the phone. What's in your hand?
What's a phone?
Just a little bit of.
Is that back hair stout?
No, it is the finest dark elf wine.
Not interested.
I'm going to turn around.
Wait, hold on. And he like scampers out of the alleyway and approaches you guys. He says, listen. It appears as though that you have no idea what you're doing. Am I right?
Do I look like the kind of guy that doesn't know what he's doing?
Yes.
I'll just hold up the pentagram necklace or whatever, the thing, and like, do you know this symbol?
Watch way to swing that thing around down here.
Such a yes.
I suppose. Takes another drink.
Are there a bunch of blokes dressed in red carrying these things around?
They don't carry them. They wear them around their, jugulars.
Oh, a student of semantics, I see.
Indeed. Takes another big swig. His eyes are like just a little bit manic.
Ooh. Right. What's your name, friend?
The name's Golmus. And he makes a big, just way too obvious bow. Gets a little too low. He almost tips over a little bit.
I'll, in noble fashion, I'll return the favor, I guess.
Listen. It looks like you're new to this town. Might I say, with all the fine things you got draped upon yourselves, you've painted a fine target upon your backs. Might I be of service to you, good folks?
Oh God, can I insight? I don't even need to. Can I insight check him anyway?
Yeah, go ahead.
Does this guy want to, screw us? Am I insightful? I'm pretty insightful. Let's see what happens. 27.
27.
I'm quite insightful, actually.
While he does not appear to... He seems sincere in wanting to be of service. However, he also seems to have an ulterior motive.
Great.
He continues saying, I'd be a mighty fine guide if I do say so myself.
Yeah, guide us right into the hands of whoever will pay you the most for us. Am I right?
No, since you'll be paying me the most for my services.
That's right. Is that right? Listen, I leave you in the capable hands of our haggler, and I slap Ortok on the peck.
Well, fine. If you don't need the services I can provide, I will just leave you on your merry way.
Oh, all right. So, we are a little new to this place. You are correct. But we're more than capable. But we are willing to barter for some of your service, if you're willing.
All right. Now we're talking. Let's see here. This place, it's dangerous. I'm sure
really?
you've noticed. It is. You don't believe me? Takes another swig.
It looks just crawling with vermin. Look at all the danger. Actually, it looks like we're in a goddamn tomb.
You're on the outskirts. You know nothing. Ugh. He kind of turns around, turns his back to you, just wanders around with his hand on his forehead. Oh, surfacers. Ugh. Well, tell you what. For the low price of 100 gold pieces, I will be your guide for as long as you are down here.
We only need you for a finite amount. Let me tell you that.
Oh, that's even better. I like finite amounts of time.
All right. Let's hear. Why don't you show us around? With these outskirts, let's get to the middle.
Oh, you sure you want to go to the middle?
I like looking at Aaron.
Is there a tell you what, it might not be the middle, but we are tourists of sorts down here. I have a fancy for temples. Would there be a temple down here?
You want to go to the temple district?
There's a whole district of them.
Yeah, stuffy lot over there.
Aye. Yes.
All right. Well, if that's your thing, I guess.
Right, well, we've done a lot of sinning and need to, say we're sorry.
These aren't the temples where you say sorry for sinning.
Oh, thank the gods. Then I just want to see the pretty artwork. Let's just go.
Okay, well, 50 gold up front.
Sure. I dispense it from my belt, I guess.
Okay. He stares in amazement as you just procure gold from your belt. Whoa. There's gotta be more where that came from.
I was gonna say, is he amazed at the belt or at the gold? But you just answered my question. Right.
Thank you. Well, let's see. A couple things you need to know is, hold on a second. And he turns around and takes a long swig from his wine bottle. Mm-hmm. Turns back around. Let's see. First thing you need to know. I promise you need to know things. Let's see.
Who lives down? How about we do a Q&A at this point?
Okay.
Who lives down here?
Welcome, my friends, to the Underdark.
Ooh. Have we ever been here? No, we haven't.
We almost were that one time, but then we were like, let's not go there.
A game of choices.
More specifically, the town that nobody knows exists. Aeradale from the ancient past. Just stuck underneath the city above.
Interesting. Do you know the history of this place?
I only know that one day it wasn't there, and then one day it was there, and now we can go there.
Very well, that sounds like history to me.
Yeah. Anything else you need to know?
Well, you didn't answer my question. Who lives here?
Oh, who lives here? Golmus. And he bows. Golmus lives here. Also, I am a fine, what should I say? What's the word? The word is...
street urchin.
No, I'm not a fine street urchin, but thank you.
So you're a bad street urchin.
Skeevy bastard.
He's putting all these words in my mouth.
Well, you're not spitting out the words you want.
No, I'll just stop trying to say the words. The other people that I hear are other people like myself, Durgar. They are the faction that lives down here is the Dark Forge. They're just setting up business over the last 100 years or so. Trying to make some good money.
A business of what?
Like weapons?
To find dwarvish weapons.
Oh boy.
Right. And they run their operation from down here.
Indeed. The overfolk, they know how important dwarvish weapons are. Just look at this orcish man's face when I said it.
You remember our buddies at #blokes and blades. storm-animus.com/blokes and blades.
Well, Ed, so they're kind of running the economics down here, trying to make a good forge smith. They also deal in some not so nice things that I prefer not to talk about, and I keep my nose out of, to be honest.
Like literally?
I prefer to keep my nose out of most bad things, yes. A wonder that I even came up to you.
Right. Do I smell the alcohol?
Intensely.
Elvish wine.
Although he doesn't look the slightest bit tipsy.
Interesting.
That's just the way he is.
Fascinating. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
right. Are there any others? Are there any others that live here? Is it just the one race of you folk?
Well, the Durgar, the Dark Forge, as I stated, is they're good enough people as long as you've got the coin. But if we run into any of House Gelray, we should keep away from them.
Right. Are they also Durgar?
No, there be some Drow down here, yeah.
Oh, you mean like Ortok's friend? Did you go ahead?
You have a friend, Drow?
Oh, yeah, he lives in my bag.
Oh.
You want to meet him?
Sure.
I'm gonna pull a head out and be like,
This is my friend.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna move his head around.
He's like, put it away. Put it away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you offended?
No, I didn't ask for that. I mean, I guess I did, but
I didn't ask to be swindled out of 100 gold today, but
hey, you're getting your deal's worth.
whatever. Let's keep moving.
He meant the elf. He tried to swindle us out of 100 gold, you see.
Oh. I guess okay.
Actually, it was like 25 gold. We had a really low threshold.
Well, that's all fine and dandy. Anyway, if we see
I'm sure we have nothing to worry about with you, though, sir.
Of course you don't. But if we see any dark elves, just act, as natural as you blokes can.
Oi, I'll turn to the group. So we fake it like fuckers.
Okay.
You don't want to be in their business. They are in the business of strong-arming all the merchants down here for their coin in exchange for protection.
Interesting.
Extortion.
Are they part of the Black Watch?
Black Watch has no business down here.
All right, just a curious question.
News.
So these fellers that have this pentagram, any of them down here?
Yeah, they gather in the Temple District every once in a while.
I see.
Some of the Drow been changing sides, you say.
You don't say. Right. Well,
This business I don't really try is, like I was saying, try and keep my nose out of things. I just like their wine, so I go to the inn every once in a while, and
so yeah. Understood. Okay. It's so funny because I was just thinking that I was legitimately going to grab a couple of bottles of wine as we passed through the cellar, but whatever.
Damn it. Do you know how much wine we can hold in this bag of holding?
We'd have to remove several dozen heads for...
There's only one head.
Oh, that's right. We removed all those. For the full story.
storm-animus.fanway.com/headcount.
I got one more question. So, is the demon guy cool?
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Why do you
You're just saying, usually they're, aligned with that Asmodeus guy.
I mean,
Asmodeus, you say?
I can't say we really know at this point, but he's been very nice.
Yeah.
I like leaning close and try not to pass out from the acrid alcohol smell. And just go, don't let the big muscles and the pitch black, hell fiend fool you. He's a fluffy bunny. Don't you worry.
He chokes on his wine a little bit. If you say so. Well, Temple District, I guess. That's
Guys.
where we're going.
To the Temple District for your stupid artsy-fartsy temple bullshit.
It's called
Okay.
culture or talk.
I
Thank you
want to
very
see
much.
this Dark Forge, but you know what? We can do that later, I guess.
Okay. All right. So, Golmus starts waddling off, just continuing down the tunnel here, and slowly but surely, it starts basically culminating into what appears to be a functional town. The walls slowly give way to more buildings that have been excavated out of the walls. The interiors of them being dug out as well. You see piles of volcanic-like rock sitting out in various places. Sometimes, just as you enter this city-like area, you find that there are teams of people digging out new buildings that have not been dug out before. It's kind of hard to see the scope of this town because you can only see about 30 or 40 feet, and then the tunnel kind of meanders back and forth. It appears as though the wide streets that they kind of represent above are a little bit too much work for them, so they kind of carve these narrower tunnels that go through, connecting the various buildings that they have excavated.
How high is are we in like a domed area? Is this like a cavern? Like how is this?
No,
Can we see upwards at all?
No, you can't see upwards. It's like this whole area has been totally covered in some sort of like ash or volcanic rock or like mudslide like material, and has been very carefully excavated back out. It's not like Gigari where it's built in this large cavern. It's like they're very carefully connecting the various buildings that have been excavated, and sometimes it feels a little bit like it would in Gigari, where a whole street has been excavated fairly well up to the second story. Mm-hmm. So you can see up maybe 30 feet at the tallest, and see some people sticking their heads out of small windows in these excavated buildings. Sure. It's kind of like this weird underground Wild West kind of feeling, where there's the square front faces to these old wooden buildings with kind of those overhangs over kind of front walkways with rocking chairs on them every once in a while. And you get kind of odd looks from a huge myriad of different races. You see dark elves, you see Duragar, you see some regular dwarves, you see some humans, you see some gnomes, but the gnomes are kind of like darker skinned, kind of like deep gnomes.
Sure. Does everyone look rather like skeevy, or is it like a normal town?
People look a little dirtier than they would on the surface.
Sure.
And you see some, it's like kind of your typical mix where there's some poverty, and then there's some well-off people as well. Although you haven't really seen anything in the realm of like a mansion or anything like that.
Sure.
But you're walking through what appears to be like a residential kind of area where there's a lot of people that are just living in these houses. You haven't seen any real businesses yet.
Sure. Can I ask? Can I lean in or like catch up to Golmus?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Spec. So Golmus, who to your knowledge is in charge down here?
Well, House Jalray probably has the most power.
So they set the is there law? Does this function politically? Like, how does this place work?
The economy is basically, if you have enough strength to keep your stuff, you can keep your stuff. However, House Del Rey enforces contracts very strictly.
I see. Contracts that I assume they set the parameters of.
Usually.
I like them already. Interesting. And how fast does word travel of newcomers in town? Oftentimes.
It's varies. New things come from both directions, you see.
Both directions. As in, there's 2 tunnels leading into this place? Which directions are we talking about?
Up and down.
I figured. Very interesting. Well, is there an inn you can take us to? I'd love to buy us some more wine, and I could use a nap.
Let's see. There's.
So I'm keeping an eye on my belt of money holding.
Yeah.
Like I got one hand on a sword at some point.
He says, well, let's see, there is an inn in the House Del Rey encampment, or in their main area. It's called the Swan Song Inn.
Oh, how lovely.
I wouldn't want to stay there, honestly. A little stingy, those elves. I would recommend staying in the Broken Sword.
Broken Sword? Where is that?
It's not too far from here.
All right. Do any of those red-robed fellows stay at the inns?
They don't stay in public areas. You really only see them in the temple area.
I see.
Which temple
do they
stay at?
Yeah.
There's a temple to Asmodeus down here.
Well, that's absolutely terrifying.
Nah, they don't seem to bother people that much.
Right.
I mean, and you're concerned about our little friend here.
I go up to Aaron and I whisper in his ear just real quick, unless we get hungry.
He like jumps back. He's just like, I'll fight you. Don't worry, I'll fight you. He realized that putting up his hands to like fight you, he dropped his wine bottle and he's like, oh shit. And he goes down and picks it back up, takes a swig. Well, yeah, smart ass. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yes.
You were taking us to the Broken Sword so I can buy you a drink.
Well, I'll take you there, but I'll also say that we don't really worry about them in the Temple District because they don't really leave it. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
Hear what I'm saying?
How close is this? I hear it. I hear it loud and clear. I smell what you're saying too.
My mom always told me I was good with the words.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure she was a lovely, lovely lady. Fuck. Train of thought. There it goes. Whatever. Oh, how close is the Broken Sword to the temples?
15-minute walk.
Oh, lovely. I do like to stretch my legs while I sightsee. All right, to the Broken Sword, if you don't mind.
All right. And Gulmus.
Can I also just take notice as we're walking? Like, are there any? I don't know. Obviously, we're getting looks because we're newcomers in a place where there probably aren't too many newcomers. But like, I don't know how to put this. Are there any like obviously, or maybe not so obviously, like shifty folks? You know what I'm saying? Like someone who.
Make an insight check.
Sure. Like, I don't know. I know what I want to ask, but I can't really find the words to describe it. Like you see in all those perfectly placed stories where suddenly you see someone in an alley and then they disappear. Insight. 9 plus 7 is 16.
16. You look around. You're getting weird looks. There's people looking at you out of their windows. People stopping on the street as they're doing work. But nobody looks particularly menacing or obvious in terms of their shadiness.
Okay. Are there children about?
Yeah, there's children. There's a couple, like every once in a while, there's a few like playing in the streets.
Okay. Well, if there's, this is like as we're walking, if there's children, it's probably not a place that's too nasty. The children aren't like wearing broadswords or anything.
No.
All of them just ha. No.
Yeah, right.
Most brutal children you've ever seen.
All right. So, Golmus continues, or Golmus, sorry. He continues to show you to the broken sword, and he over the next like 5 minutes or so, you start seeing the landscape, or basically the buildings are changing a little bit. They look more and more like businesses. Some of them appear to be like small restaurants or like a tannery or things like that. Very basic things. But then you come up to a building that looks very well kept, really cleaned up. It's painted on the outside to look kind of flamboyant. All the lettering on the exterior of it is painted in various colors. And on the outside of this building, you read Octavius's Outrageous Oddities.
Love it.
And at the base of this store, you hear some arguing voices. You come around the corner seeing a young woman, probably, maybe in her early teens, appears to be arguing with two dark elf figures. Each of them are standing, but they're full, like, towering, elvish, lively height over this woman. And you overhear their conversation as you approach. One of the dark elves just says, "Listen, I don't care that the owner is gone. You're equally established in this store, and he hasn't paid in the last 3 weeks, and we need it now. Otherwise, we can't promise anything." And the younger woman's just like, "Listen, I know he'll be back soon. I just haven't seen him in a while. It's been it's a bit like maybe a week or so. I don't know." And then the other drow just says, "All right. One more day. You're testing my patience." He looks over to the other drow and just kind of whispers something to him. Can't really understand it. They look around. They look back to the woman, kind of giving him a disgusted kind of look, and they walk off. Then I keep on forgetting his name. This is terrible. Golmus. Golmus, he says, "That was close." And begin walking by. And I think that's actually a great time for us to stop for the evening.
Great. Aaron will take note of where that was, and yeah, we'll just keep on trucking. Sweet.
What was the name of the place?
The name of the place is Octavius's Outrageous Oddities.
Sweet.
All right.
So, word from our sponsors there, Mr. Brigstad?
What's the word from our sponsors?
We have sponsors.
Today's show brought to you by Folgers.
Folgers.
That's part of waking up is not going to bed for a really long time.
Folgers. LaCroix water.
LaCroix water?
LaCroix. It tastes like your foot to sleep.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
Oh,
nice.
I drink it so much. I absolutely love LaCroix, but I love the jokes about LaCroix so much. A hint of lime.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, God.
For the video, I'm going to say, see you next time, guys.